Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. We are here for the Men's Supa Liga A Round 17 match. First game of the afternoon for the men between Andinxs and Perth Pumas. For Andinxs, number 14, Jorge Escobar. Number 11, Fernando Salas. Number 9, Oscar Gongora. Number 10, Alexis Aroca. Number 13, Ricardo Parra. And number 5, Carlos Montoya. For the Pumas, we've got Amar Jahel in number 19, Kevin Puncelli, number 7, number 21, Kai Zhan, number 1 in goal, Blair Stroud, number 8, Gordon Tiong, number 2, Rory Wilkinson, number 10, Matthew Stephenson, 14, Tony Omulchuk, number 5, Bennett Vesey, and number 9, Finn Alexander. So we see Andinxs on the ball at the moment. Jorge Escobar with the shot, blocked by Alexander. Gongora fouls Jahel. Montoya loses out to Tiong, who then finds Zhan, looking to cut the ball back, out for a corner off of Escobar. Escobar going forward as the toe poke shot, and the goal for number 14, Jorge Escobar. Puts Andinxs up 1-0. Jahel with the ball, beats Gongora, but tackled by Montoya. Aroca helping Escobar down in the corner, and the ball's out off Alexander. Sorry, we just saw a finish by Amar Jahel to equalise for the Pumas, 1 goal apiece. Kai Zhan looking for Alexander, finds him, back to Tiong. Tiong to Jahel. 1-on-1 with Escobar. Escobar wins out. Good interception by Tiong, shot, and it's saved by Ricardo Parra. Who seems to have hurt himself. Montoya wins the ball off of Zhan, and Jahel takes it back for the Pumas. Driving forwards now. Beats Escobar, finds Tiong to put the Pumas 2-1 up. Sorry, ladies and gents, we just had an issue with the scoreboard. We hopefully have gotten it sorted now. Blair Stroud with the ball, looking to throw for Jahel. Gongora. Arroka to Gongora, looking for Escobar, but Pumas win the ball. That ball off of Jahel as he was dribbling, got doubled off on by Gongora and Arroka. Hara for Arroka, looking to take on Jahel and Tiong, but he'd taken the ball out of play first. Jahel looking to return the ball to Vesey, but it's out for a Pumas corner. Tiong on the ball. Gongora asking for the ball to be given out when it was clearly still on the line. Strike by Gongora, blocked by the wall. Arroka. Not Gongora. Escobar. Dispossessed by Tiong. Feeds the ball to Vesey. And a good save down low by Para. Arroka unable to find Escobar. Tiong for Punselli. His touch was a little bit out in front of him. And his cross-court pass was blocked. Good interception by Arroka, but Wilkinson gets the ball back for the Pumas. Montoya dispossesses Jean, but Stroud does enough. Covers his angles quite well there. Made sure that the number 5 for Andinxs didn't have a lot to aim for with his shot. Punselli with the ball. Finds Vesey. Gongora with the tackle. Escobar. Excellent close control by Escobar. Finds Gongora back to Arroka. Gongora intercepts the pass from Punselli intended for Jean, but Punselli wins the ball back, uses his pace, but touch was cut out by Aroka. Montoya finds Aroka again. Stroud again with an excellent setup to stop the 1v1 situation. And then Vesey through the back. Aroka asking for the yellow card. Maybe a little bit lucky not to get one himself for asking. Aroka with the shot over the bar. Now Pumas good tackle by Escobar, but just unable to keep his touch in play. Wilkinson for Jean. Kai Jean, in his second season back from nearly a year off, has really had an extremely good season for the Pumas. Been one of the standout players along with Amar Jahel and Kevin Punselli. And as I say that, he hits a ball that ends up going to Tony Omolchuk at the far post, who I think got nutmegged and missed the tap-in. Jean with a great touch, but dispossessed by Gongora. He's got Salas to his right, but the ball back across the goal doesn't find a runner. So I was talking before about the Pumas players. Blair Stroud has been another one, along with Jean, Punselli and Jahel, who are the reason that at the moment a live table would show the Pumas are top. Salas dispossesses Punselli, drives forwards, shots off target though. This game also has importance for Andinxs. While the Pumas need to win this game to potentially be able to win the league, Andinxs can all but secure a position in the top 5 for finals by winning this game. A draw would give them a potential 1 point buffer going into the last round next week, but a win would give them a 3 point buffer. Well, would keep their 3 point buffer that they currently had at the start of today. Aroka looking for Escobar. And Pumas have called a timeout, so we'll be back in just a moment. So the score is 2-1 at the moment to Perth Pumas, with 2 goals from Jahel. An assist for Gordon Tiong and an assist for Finn Alexander. And for Andinxs, a goal for Jorge Escobar and assist for Alexis Aroca. Pumas now lifting the intensity, looking to force Andinxs back, which they have done. Andinxs sinking into their last third. Good tackle by Tiong. Good return tackle by Aroca and Salas. Escobar settles down to Aroca. Tiong beats Aroca and Para to put the Pumas up 3-1. With just over 5 minutes. Of the half to go. Tiong again. Good first save by Para. Ball was not out of play. Good turn by Montoya, but dispossessed by Tiong, who wins the kick in. Tiong to Stephenson, to Jahel. To Stephenson. Back to Jahel. And he's fouled off the ball by Salas, very cynically. Salas taking the yellow card for the team, stopping Jahel being in on goal. Stephenson for Alexander. Shot just out at the near post. Another Pumas player who is having a very, very good season, having come up from their 17s team, being one of the leading players for their 17s. He was in a good position just then to block, but dropping his shoulder into the player is obstruction and intentional. You can hear the Pumas bench, Kevin Puntelli, saying you just have to disguise it a little bit better than that. Montoya runs over the ball. Salas, blocked by Tiong. Stephenson gets a touch forward. Montoya does well, finds Salas. Ball out off of Salas. Good tackle by Jahel. Alexander looking for the run of Jahel. Out off Salas. Stephenson to Jahel, looking to take on Aroca down the line, beats him, and his shot to the far post just eludes Alexander. Gongora finds Salas, holds the ball up well, looking for Montoya. Montoya to Salas. Two exchanging passes. Escobar for the run of a rocker, but it's well cut out by Stephenson. For Andinxs, Jorge Escobar is an extremely classy player. Ridiculously good close control. Excellent movement off the ball. As we see Jahel streaming forward from the throw by Blair Stroud. Oscar Gongora on the bench has been another one who has been a standout for Andinxs. Tiong with the kick in. To Stephenson, to Jahel. And back. Good tackle by Gongora. He's got Salas to his right, but Blair Stroud steps out, does a good job. That off the arm of the player, which I believe he just acknowledged. Aroka showing dissent for the decision. And that is half time. The score 3-1 for the Pumas. Goal scorers, Amar Jahel 2, Gordon Tiong 1. And for Andinxs, Jorge Escobar got the single goal. We will be back in just a moment.
Futsal WA has social futsal competitions 5 nights a week, Mount Lawley and West Perth. Whether you're an individual or have a group of mates who want to play, there's a junior, men's, women's or mixed competition that will suit you. Contact us to get involved in futsal, an action-packed sport and the fastest growing sport in Australia.
Right, so we're back with the second half, and within seconds, Gordon Tiong attacking down the right-hand side, cuts in on his favoured left foot, but just over Ricardo Parra's bar. A good block then by Jahel, and the Pumas looking to put some pressure on Andinxs at the start of the second half. Good tackle by Tiong on a rocker. Vesey, little touch out of play for an Andinxs kick in. Pumas looking to set the pace for this start of the second half with pressure. A rocker for Salas to Montoya. A rocker trying a little flick which didn't come off. Stroud for Tiong to Jahel. Bennett Vesey showing his feet in the middle. Ball off Montoya from Jahel for a corner for the Pumas. The number 5, Carlos Montoya, not getting back his 5 metres. Tiong wins the ball, drives forwards, finds Jahel at the far post for a tap in to put the Pumas up 4-1. Excellent work defensively by Tiong to win the ball, drive forwards and create the 2 against the goalkeeper. Pumas now 4-1 up inside the first 2.5 minutes of the second half. Good defensive work there by Aroka to shield the ball for Parra. We find Salas to Montoya. His pass cut out by Jahel, one-on-one with Parra. And it's saved by the goalkeeper. Just going to have a quick look and fix up the goal after Montoya had sprinted back to try to cover and run into it. Jahel to Puncelli. I think he caught that a little bit wrong with the toe poke. With his left foot, would have been looking just to drive it. Great throw by Stroud for Puncelli. Well cut out by Aroka. Those are 2 of the informed Pumas players. Stroud certainly has been excellent since he came back from injury. The Pumas were also able to rely on Brahma Elliott, who is an extremely good young goalkeeper who is moonlighting as a court player while Stroud was out injured. The Pumas just keeping possession. Gordon Tiong getting lost. Not sure where his bench was. Alexander with some space. Puncelli dispossessed by Aroka. Gongora settles things down, plays Salas. Good turn by Aroka. Another player with excellent close control. His pass just a little bit overhit, but Stephenson's pass a little bit loose. Aroka looking for movement up front. Escobar and Salas are moving. Gongora's now in on goal. Good save by Blair Stroud. Excellent movement and passing there from Andinxs. Escobar always at the centre of things. Gongora not able to finish. Aroka looking for Escobar, who nicks the ball back from Puncelli between his legs. And then look at that touch from Jorge Escobar. And the shot. Now that is almost definitely going to be a goal of the season contender for that touch over his shoulder. And then the composure and ability to finish down low. Andinxs just keeping themselves in touch with the Pumas despite the high level of pressure from the Pumas initially in the second half. Keeping themselves in the game. Jahel with a great chase back. Putting the ball out of play, giving his team a chance to reset. Showing game intelligence there. Managing the situation and understanding that his team just needed to be able to reset. You can probably hear Gordon Tiong talking to Finn Alexander from the sideline. Excellent communication there from the Pumas bench to help the young man be in the right defensive position. One of the benefits of having leadership players in a group. Jahel plays Puncelli, and a very tidy little dinked effort over the diving goalkeeper from Puncelli restores their 3-goal advantage, as two of those players I spoke about earlier, Puncelli and Jahel, combine. And even as we speak, the third one of that group has now come back on the court in Kai Jean. Pumas coach Gus Fontana rotating the players, making sure that he's got a good balance on the court at all times. Aroka beating Jean, but his touch was heavy. Jahel from Stroud. Escobar gets it to Gongora to Aroka. Puncelli to Alexander, out to Jean, and now the Pumas can go at speed. Salas got a touch on that pass from Jean, and Para had to dive at full stretch. Stop Jahel from getting onto it. Jean with the strike. It's from 15 metres, he's hit the corner of the post and the crossbar with one step. That is an outstanding hit from Kai Jean. Making up for lost time after that period out with injury. Most definitely his best season at the top level. Obvious obstruction there from Aroka. Wasn't attempting to play the ball at all, was only playing the player. Quite an easy decision for the referee there. Escobar to Aroka, back to Escobar. Great feet. And the shot blocked by Jean. Escobar down the line for Aroka, but good tackle by Escobar, good tackle then by Salas. Salas back for Escobar. Aroka with a good run. Escobar finds Montoya. to Aroka. Trying to get it back to Montoya, but Pumas nice and tight defensively, doing a good job there in front of their goal. Looking after Blair Stroud. Aroka looking for Montoya, finds him in a tight space. Great feet from Montoya. Well defended though by Punselli. And now Punselli's driving forward. No one's coming with him. Para for Aroka. And the foul by Omilchuk there. Great defensive work there by Tiong to put pressure on Montoya from the side. Step in front and win the ball. Salas does the same for Andinxs. Aroka unable to keep that ball in. John finds Wilkinson down the line. Good defensive work again by Salas. John, good run off the shoulder away from Aroka after a nice pass from the kick in for Wilkinson. Puts the Pumas 6-2 up and makes them a little bit more comfortable. And Andinxs have called a timeout there, so we'll be back in just a moment. Interesting team talk there from the Pumas, talking about staying switched on, making sure that they didn't become complacent, really wanting to push on with the game and put the final nails in Andinxs' coffin. Tiong wins the ball, rides the challenge from Gongora, finds Wilkinson. Jan, found by Wilkinson, gets it back to him. Wilkinson's pass was a little bit heavy and in the air. Jan dispossessed by Gongora after beating him. A little bit unlucky there, the Pumas. That was some great interplay. Tiong defensively very strong. Wilkinson nearly managed to keep the ball in. Andinxs appealing for a handball there, but not given by referee Jonathan Silas. Gongora. Tiong Deals with the loose pass from Wilkinson well. Call from Andinxs, it's the same. Nice throw there by Para for a rocker, but he was unable to deal with it. Wilkinson, I think his pass was for Tiong, but it's cut out. Escobar gets there, then beats Tiong, looking for a teammate. Unable to find Gongora or a rocker who were there to support him, but just pass was just slightly, well, basically in the middle of the two. A rocker for Gongora, for Escobar. Looking for a rocker. It's just too far out in front of him. The Andinxs now, as the game stretches, struggling to keep up. Only having one sub at this level, it makes things very difficult. Gongora with a good nutmeg, a rocker. Excellent idea for the dummy, but was well read by Kaijan. Now Montoya. Gongora trying to make space for the shot, does. It just flashes it wide. It's keeper's ball. Jahel under pressure from Salas finds Wilkinson. Looking for Vesey at the far post, but can't get it there. Arocca with some excellent skill. Oh no, the ball from Montoya, intended for his teammate, ended up at the feet of Bennett Vesey. Well saved by Para, but that was a slightly embarrassing moment there for the Andinxs player. Escobar finds Arocca. Went for the nutmeg over playing a teammate. Oh, and Bennett Vesey lines it up from about 17 metres and puts it in the top corner for the Pumas to extend that lead to 5. 7 goals to 2 to Perth Pumas. An excellent goal from Bennett Vesey there from distance. Escobar shows the ball to Jahel and then shifts and beats him. And then again, and then the nutmeg on Alexander. Salas's free kick intended for Escobar, but he left it hoping Montoya would pick it up. Great ball by Tiong and an excellent touch from Jahel. Didn't trouble Para in the end, just flashed across the far post. Wonderful, quick attacking play from the Pumas though. Showing all their credentials today for why they are top of the league. Montoya wins the ball back from Tiong, but the last touch was his. Tiong for Jahel. Great turn. Ricardo Para, the goalkeeper. read that a shot was coming and had already dived. And this is where the Andinxs are unable to put any pressure on the Pumas because of a lack of energy. Only one sub makes it very difficult to have continued pressure. Salas off Tiong. Salas for a rocker. Tiong driving forwards, lifts the ball, and Montoya puts it out of play. Pumas have called a timeout, so we'll be back very soon. And we're back. Pumas setting up a fly keeper, looking to move the ball around, and the last instruction from Coach Gus Fontana was keep the ball for a minute 40. Tiong and Stephenson exchanging passes. Punselli now finding Tiong in space. Cuts the ball for Jahel, looking for Stroud. Ball out off Gongora. Punselli to Stroud, back for Punselli. Escobar didn't get the shot off. His pass cut out by Jahel, whose shot flashes wide. Para for Gongora. He's in behind Tiong, but his shot just out at the near post. Sean looking for the run of Stroud. Really trying to get Stroud a goal by the looks. Escobar with good skill. A little bit unlucky after good defensive work by Tiong. Punselli with a good touch forwards. Good defensive work by Salas and or Tiong. And that is full time. Score 7 goals to 2 to the Perth Pumas. Goal scorers Amar Jahel with 3, Kevin Punselli with 1, Haijan 1, Gordon Tiong 1, Bennett Vesey with 2, and Finn Alexander, Bennett Vesey with 1. And for Andinxs, Jorge Escobar got a goal in each half. So the Pumas move back to the top of the table with a bye next week. Their final position will be dependent on results from next week, but they've done everything they can now. Put the pressure on other teams to make sure, specifically the Northern Hawks, have got to win their match next week to maintain top spot. Very good display from the Pumas overall, defensively and offensively. So that is the first men's game. We will be back very soon with the next women's game, which I believe is Devils Futsal Club against Phoenix Futsal Club. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen.